Hello, everybody. Vulcan, welcome in. uh, Today is another episode of the Monday Morning Moonbase Mtalkshow. Today's topic: which X-Men powers would you choose to have? So call in if you would like to discuss the X-Men or superpowers in general. How you doing out there? Is everybody good? Hopefully you had a good weekend and got some nice relaxation in. And hopefully this week hasn't been too bad to start. All right. I don't really have. Oh, actually, I do have some news. Though I need to get the audio fixed. Okay. So before we go back to that, I have a new sponsor. For the stream, I'm really glad to have it because if you guys know my typical drinks down here, I'm usually drinking either coffee or soda. And I have been sponsored by a coffee company. They do other stuff too, but coffee's their main thing. It's called Itasha, and we've got here. Yeah, and that works. All right, so if you're a fan of coffee, if you like coffee or anime or anything like that, they do coffee, and they have a lot of collabs with VTubers and stuff like that. I actually have here, I got a glass of the sample stuff they sent me, which is, I want to say it's called like coffin something or other, but it's like an ube flavored coffee, and it's actually really good. It's got not too much of an ube flavor to it, so it's kind of mild, but it's really nice. And yeah, if you use that code, you get 5% off your order. I recommend it. It's good coffee. I haven't tried the other one they sent me was like a peaches and cream flavor. So I'm going to try that as well at some point here. But with that being said, let's get into the game. As usual, I will just be kind of doing Zenless stuff until it's time for a call-in. So, kick back, relax, and enjoy. And then, where am I going? What was I doing? Right, I need to do all of this stuff. Got a lot to do. Well, let's start off with Hollow Zero like usual, I guess. I know somebody said, yo, this reset, nice. I don't need those. I need that. But I can't buy two. Thought ZZZ patch was tomorrow. I think it is, isn't it? I'm not, but it's not. Oh, when is it? Later in the week, Thursday or Friday. Okay. Well, I suppose I'll get to it next Monday then. ZZ's Thursday, June 4th is a bad day for China. Why is it a bad day? Welcome in, David, Pugs, Neurotic. Hope you all are doing well. What's the fastest way to get the bounty points? Because if I remember correctly, if I play through this again, I don't get points, right? Because if I can do it without having to go through this whole thing, that would be cool. But let's say it's that day, can't say anything more. Oh, is it the like Tiananmen Square thing? I see. Well, this weekend is when I'm going to be at that con. So I won't be playing it anyway when it comes out. So we'll get to it next week. Before anything bad happens. I don't think typically anything bad happens on the American internet. I thought that was just like if you mention it on Chinese internet, you'll get banned or whatever. But I suppose that makes sense. Alright, let's just get into this. If Turby were here, he'd be angry. Why? I mean, it's a historical event. It happened, you know. Not at the mention, but he's sensitive. I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. But like, I've never been one of those people where, you know, people mention like 9/11 or make jokes about it or whatever. But I would just be like, eh, it happened. It sucks for the people involved, but it's just a historical event in my eyes. You know, we're just trying to protect you. Yeah, fair enough. I'll take you. Alright. Be excited to see the Benry Nation go to 2.0 ZZZ on either Monday or Wednesday next week. Have fun at the convention leading up to. Yeah, thank you. I also am excited for 2.0 and the con. I think it'll be a lot of fun. We'll have to see how it goes. I just got my itinerary for the whole thing, and should be interesting. I just am hoping not to get lost or mistime something.
Weakling. No room for mercy.
Yeah, it makes sense they didn't want to release it on a Boogeyman day, since it would be their Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. That was like... It was like when Nintendo had that weird run of bad luck coincidences where it was like they were going to release Advance Wars, and then the war in Russia and Ukraine started. So then they were like, alright, shouldn't do that. And then they were going to release Tears of the Kingdom, and then the Queen died, and they were like, alright, gotta push that back. It's like, how bad can your luck be, you know?
Fine.
Though to be fair, I felt like both of those were kind of weird. Like, it was like, I'm not sure how many people would hear Advance Wars and be like, oh, it's the war that's on currently, and like, yeah, I guess.
Say no more.
scissors, you're paper.
Can you resist? For you, I'll eliminate any obstacles.
What?
Awaken.
So you're not streaming Friday? No, because I will be at the con. Why specifically X-Men powers? Because I was thinking originally, what superhero would you take the powers of? But then I realized that was a bit too broad. Because, like, you could just be like Superman, because he has, like, all the powers, you know? But the X-Men, I feel, have a good spread of powers, but they also tend to have very specific and unique powers. So I can't be Beast Boy. There's got to be an X-Men who changes into, like, animals. Maybe Beast, but that's lame. I would be shocked if there's not an X-Men who can change into animals. I don't know what any of the X-Men do. What do you mean you don't know? Am I old? I thought, like, everybody knew the X-Men. You are old? Damn. Well, I guess if this is how I have to find out. Well, maybe it's because they're not in the MCU. Yeah, but, like, I don't know. They were like the first superhero movies, along with the the Spider-Man ones with Tobey Maguire. Yo, we got our first call in here with Boot Hill. So let's see this. See what Boot Hill's got to say. I'm not big on X-Men, but I would think most X-Men aren't too differing in power level, so it makes sense you chose them. Yeah, I mean, there's a few, like, heavy hitter, outstanding people, like Jean Grey in the Phoenix Force stuff. She's kind of overpowered, but other than that, like, yeah, I feel like a lot of them are. I'm having problems with my Twitch app. Give me a minute to reset it. Yeah, no worries. We'll just hop back in here for now. Right, I found it. Vermin. I also have never heard of him before. Vermin is a crazy name to pick for yourself as a superhero. But he can change into different animals. Defeat as many enemies.
Right. No room for mercy.
Huh. Alright, well that's cool. Why specifically
It's over.
would you want to turn into different
Victory.
animals?
The only option.
Punk rock Beast Boy. Oh, alright. And we do have Boot Hill now. So let me swap us over here, and then alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, Boot Hill, you are on the air.
Okay. My mic good?
Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay.
Alright, so which of the X-Men would you want to take the powers of?
Hold on. I was looking online, and one of the
Hello? Oh. Oh no. Boot Hill may be having some internet issues, or I guess it could just be the Twitch app in general. The suspense is killing me. Who's that kid show Superhero Squad? Oh, alright, here we go. Boothill, are we back? Oh. Reptile? Reptile. I'm not familiar. Well, you're not talking about the... No, Spider-Man's villain is the Lizard, right? Did it drop the call? I think it did, yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh, sorry. If you exit the Twitch app, it drops the call.
Oh,
You know
okay.
that.
All right. Well, question again. What X-Men would you want to be or take the powers of?
I didn't find which X-Men was, but I saw one was weather control, and I think that'd be just way too OP of a power.
Storm probably is. Yeah.
Yeah.
She is definitely one of the more powerful X-Men.
Yeah.
That's not a bad one. You'd always guarantee yourself like a nice sunny day at the beach, or if it's really hot out, you could make it shady.
You could also just strike your foes with lightning. I don't think people think about that.
That's true. Well, that was. I mean, again, I'm apparently an old motherfucker, but in the original X-Men movies, Storm is fighting Toad, and she has that line where she's like, "What happens when you strike a toad with lightning?" And he's like, "What?" And then zaps him. And she's like, "Same thing that happens to everything else." So that's definitely an option. I I personally was just thinking like in my daily life, like what would I want? Because I've never had to fight anybody. Um, but that's still a good power to have without having to actually fight people. Because that also gives you the ability to fly, so that's pretty cool. Um, I mean, do you grow plants? Like, do you have flowers or anything?
My mom gardens a lot, all the time.
Oh, okay, so that'd be a good one too
So I have
then.
to do that than watering, so I could just make it rain, not have to do that. You could
Yeah,
just ensure your community's always perfect for growing plants.
exactly. That'd be perfect.
You
Um,
could you could technically end world hunger with that power.
yeah. I mean, it would take, I think, more effort than certain powers to end world hunger, but you definitely could. Um, I don't know how much power Storm actually has. Like, if she could change like the weather of a desert climate to the point that it's no longer a desert.
Yeah,
Does,
comic writers back then did not have any concern for power scaling.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's comic books are crazy about that. Like, they made the Flash so powerful that it's nonsense that he would ever lose. Like,
Like, except for there was the recent Sonic and Flash collab where
mm,
Sonic beat Anti Flash,
yeah,
Reverse Flash.
yeah. I mean, they're all called something similar. Uh, yeah, no, that's the thing with a character like that. It's like you have to write it inconsistently, or there's just no way to tell stories after a point. Um,
Yeah.
does the power have drawbacks? Storm doesn't really have any drawbacks. Her powers don't really have any. Um, so she's not a bad one to pick. Uh,
Yeah, I just got finished watching My Hero Academia, and the one thing I like about that is that it very clearly defines what drawbacks are for all the heroes and the villains, even
mm,
All for One.
yeah, Yeah, I appreciate when some like a piece of media will take the time to establish like there are reasons not to just use this power all the time. Because then you have a built-in thing for it, like you know something like the penance stare that Ghost Rider can do, right? Like it's wildly
Yeah,
inconsistent in writing because it,
like Deadpool, for example, because he always is regenerating, but that also means his cancer too.
yeah, yeah, it's like if you make something that's so powerful that there would never be a reason to use anything else, then like you've kind of screwed yourself, right? Um, it's why a lot of the most powerful superheroes or most popular superheroes are just like guys with kind of cool powers, but aren't the best. Like Spider-Man is strong; he can sling his webs. That's pretty cool. But realistically, if he were to go up against a guy who can like just become the sun or like something like what would he actually do? And that's more
Yeah,
more entertaining to read than somebody like
like
say Superman who's like yeah, he can just do anything.
yeah, you've seen those zombie Marvel comics.
Yeah, I've got the whole collection.
Oh yeah, because Superman literally just dies in that. No, Spider Man
Yeah.
dies in that.
Yeah, pretty much all of them do. It's a wild story. Um but yeah. All right, so weather powers. So if you I guess what would be the thing you would want to use those for the most? Like just having like perfect weather all the time, or is there something in particular that you think would make it like the reason to pick that over say like flying?
Well, putting myself in the role of a superhero, it would just be at first distorting your enemies
Mm-hmm.
and then ambushing them.
Okay, so
Because I think
specifically in your head, it's to be a superhero. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's
I
not a bad
think
one.
just having good weather helping with growing plants. If I was doing it for like in everyday life, but if I were like a superhero, I would use it for just destroying the enemies, making them like stuck in buildings
Hmm.
for combat, cause like be hailing super hard, they couldn't
Right.
escape.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Well, thank you for calling in, Boot Hill. Um,
Okay.
and I will talk to you later. All right. All right. And then, David, we've got you coming in now. Or I've invited you, I guess. Uh, all right. David, you are on the air. Maybe. Uh,
All right, my mic access. Okay, I mean, I have my answer. I've been able to sort of splice this together with X Men only. I mean,
okay.
if you ask me any powers, I'd say Beast Boy. But
Hmm.
since I did some research, um, so Vermin, I'd never heard of him. Um,
Yeah, me
I
either.
think apparently usually a Spider Man or a Captain America supervillain, and usually turns into a rat.
Huh.
But apparently, in Earth 1010, he's classified as a mutant, and after Charles Xavier is um, he's recruited.
Okay.
And according to that wiki, he has powers. He can at least turn into a rat, but also bats and snakes, which I generally um, I generally vibe with animals that are disliked. So
Hmm.
I would still think wolves would be on that list. But even if not, snakes. I love snakes.
Okay.
If you so, but yeah,
Well,
you want the answer. But I'd also possibly go with beast powers just to be, to be beast. But if I'm beast, do I have to look exactly like a beast, or do I have to
that's
generally
uh
look like a
that's a
generic animal man? And if that's the case, then I go with vermin.
that's a good question. I think with Beast you do have to be like blue and covered in hair because I think that's kind of most of what his like mutant
That's his
thing
icon. I know
is.
that's how he's iconic, guy. So then I have to go with vermin.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
My ideal would be a fusion of Beast and Jack Russell.
Okay.
Um, you know Jack. I mean, yeah, I remember like, oh yeah, there's that guy from Werewolf by Night. There was a special
Right.
on Disney,
Yeah. Yeah, he's one
but
of
he's not
the
mutant.
yeah. Well, okay,
I mean,
so
he's
just
kind of mutant, but he's not an X-Men.
so generally like transmogrifying transformation kind of stuff
Yeah.
into animals. Okay. And
So
is there a particular reason for that power that you would want? Um,
I, for me, I want. I mean, as I'm a diehard animal lover. I don't want all the power in the world.
right.
I very, I guess I very much would like to be a wolf. I mean, a wolf or a snake, or I
Yeah.
just love animals and would love. I mean, if you can speak to them, or anything, but I've just wanted to. I mean, I have spirit animals. So when I astral travel, I turn into wolves and other stuff there. So,
Yeah. I
um,
mean, fair enough. I think it would be really cool to like see what it's like as different animals. Cuz like, there's a lot of animals who like they can't or they can see like colors that we can't see, right? So like I think it would be really cool to turn into like a pistol shrimp, for example,
I know you love thistle shrimp. Yep.
or a mantis shrimp, and then just see like what the world looks like with all those colors.
All those colors, exactly. It's ultraviolet.
Yeah.
But I mean, before I was into philosophy and psychology, I wanted to study animal behavior. So like animals are, if you I don't know if you've realized by now, animals are like everything to me. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah,
I
obviously that's not what I want. I mean, yeah, I could be Storm and control the weather, but I don't need that. I guess I denied. I constantly have been denying saying that I'm a furry because I think of that more in like the sexual way.
right. Yeah, I mean,
But I don't go to furry conventions.
yeah. I mean, I don't know what technically makes someone a furry, I guess. I'm not the one to speak to that cuz I do know there's a segment of the furry population who are like, no, it doesn't have to be sexual or like, some people just like the costumes or whatever. So,
I wouldn't do the costumes either. I'm not about that.
yeah.
It was just kind of weird because I'd want to be an animal, but like I want to be the animal. I don't want to just put on a fucking costume.
Yeah, I mean there's definitely a difference between like I have the senses of a wolf now versus like almost kind of losing the senses of a human just because it would be you would have the suit
The
on
mask
and it
on,
would be
yeah.
really hot and hard to hear, I would assume, but maybe they're
I
engineered in a way that makes that not a problem. But
Yeah, but it's just not been my thing. I mean, I
yeah.
remember when young, I dressed up as a werewolf once, but I'm just not really into costumes
Yeah.
personally. Um,
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
but
That stream I did with the bear mask on my head was one of the one of the like hottest things I've ever lived through. I was just like drenched in sweat by the end. So
yeah, but it was worth it for the audience. I can say that.
yeah, I
Um,
mean I can't imagine walking around a convention like in a full suit. I would die of dehydration.
yeah, but I mean, I'm into quote unquote, if you call Lycon and then quote unquote furry or anthro characters. Yeah, I'm into those obviously. like
Yeah.
design wise. I resonate with them.
Yeah,
So
it's that's where I feel like I'm not sure what the difference is, cuz like, Lycon is a little bit more he's a little bit more of an argument for being like a furry character cuz he's a wolf but he stands on two legs and all of that, but like
Ben
Ben
is just a fucking
is, yeah, he's just literally a bear. So I'm like, does that count as like a furry thing if he's just the animal and there's no like, no frills or like human sort of design choices? Like, I mean, he's wearing clothes and all that. He has his personality, but I'm like, what makes something like a furry character versus just an animal, if that makes
yeah, and also
sense?
do Miyabi and Nekomata count as furries, or do you have to be have that like the full head to be a furry? Obviously, I gravitate more towards like I mean Pokra. Pokra's a
Yeah,
furry. Pokra's a furry. Zhao Zhao's in the middle. That's the new bunny character. Um, but she's also more of like legit a bunny
right.
than like Haru from Beastars. I think she's like tiny.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because I find it fascinating to get into like the semantics of these things. It's almost like the same itch to be scratched as like the ship of Theseus, where it's like, where does one thing end and the other begin? Um,
and also but that gets to also what was I freaking saying regarding right there was a big like for a while a furry scare about like the kids. I know you don't want to get too political, but there was a scare about this lie that kids were peeing in litter boxes or something.
oh
Like
yeah, I think I saw that.
yeah, it was yeah. I'm like if it is one, they're not, but two, let someone identify as if I don't personally I identify as human, identify as male, but if you want to identify as a freaking assault helicopter as like one of the people I watched as
Hmm.
be my guest. If you identify as a cat, be my guest.
Yeah, I
So like
mean, my
whoever can I,
my
yeah.
whole viewpoint on a lot of this stuff, because the world is changing so fast now with what you're allowed to say and not say and do and not do and all that. My viewpoint is just, if you're not hurting people, then that's fine. Do what you want, right?
Exactly.
Like, just just leave people alone to be what they want to be. Um,
Yeah, shit is getting scary now. That's all. Yeah, shit's getting scary for certain people just who are not hurting anyone. But I won't get any further with that.
yeah. Okay, so you would choose animal powers basically.
Animal powers, and if I have to, and I'm fine with if it's specifically Vermin's like handicap of it can only be animals that are like seen as pests.
Right.
I'm down to.
So would you use those powers like to try and make money or something? Like, would you be like, everybody look, I have this amazing, you know, dog or whatever, and then like do tricks, but it's really just you?
Um, I mean, I'm see if I were to be any superhero, right?
Hmm.
Doesn't matter which. I know what the deal with the X Men is. It's X Men can't really cover who they are. Like I mean, they wear costumes, but the whole point is they're freaking hated by society. So
Yeah,
like the whole Peter Parker versus Spider Man thing is like out of the picture.
right.
Isn't that basically correct? So like as an X Men specifically,
Yeah, pretty
you
much. I mean, there are some who like, have sort of a secret identity, but also a lot of them are like, like how is Nightcrawler gonna cover who he is? He's got blue
or
skin and a
Beast
devil
obviously
tail.
or Beast.
Yeah, exactly. So like they do tend to not do the whole secret identity thing, I think just because that's the whole point of the academy is like Charles Xavier's like, this is where you can be yourself and you know, be free, more or less.
Yeah, I don't want to go for, but like obviously that was. Didn't you sort of give the comment like this actually as a metaphor for I think like homosexuality is a little weird because yeah, these people actually can like harm people.
Yeah, just for
But
general like oppression, because like they were always used as kind of an allegory for like racism, which like it falls apart because racism makes no sense. There's no reason to be afraid of somebody because they're, black or Asian or whatever. It's complete nonsense.
yeah,
But it's totally fair to be afraid of a mutant who can like atomize a city by accident. Like that was the whole thing in the comics about Civil War was like some mutant guy lost control and like annihilated a school. So it's like,
in the comic, and since I'm not Henry, since I'm always the guy that like has friends that tell me about the comics,
mm,
right? I'm not the comic guy. So in actual Civil War, I'm guessing mutants were in the picture.
yeah, the
Did
inciting
they?
incident um the inciting incident is it's like a younger superhero team like the Teen Titans or whatever, but the Marvel equivalent. I think it was the New Warriors, which is just
Warriors,
a
okay.
bunch of C tier people. But
Yeah.
um, they in the comic are like filming like a reality show about being a superhero or whatever. So they're not really taking it seriously. And a mutant whose name is Nitro, who's usually like an X-Man villain, uh, his whole thing is he can like explode basically. And so he's like threatening this school, literally like stay away from me or I'll blow up. And so the new warriors aren't taking it seriously and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to go in from here, get this good shot, like whatever." And they cause him to lose control and blow up the entire school, which is what triggers the whole thing with the government being like, superheroes need accountability. You guys have to like you have to be government employees now or give it up. Um,
And Civil War was an amazing movie on its own, but like with the X-Men being part of it,
yeah,
seems like it would be an interesting because of the whole oppression there. Like,
yeah.
is
The conversation and the start of it is a really interesting thing. As it goes on, it starts to be not as good. And in that regard, the Civil War movie is way better because like the whole way through, it's never just like, oh, Tony's right or like, oh, Captain America's right. It's like they're both kind of right. It's just there's a bad situation happening and who's going to be the one to give first, right?
but in the movie, like, no, Captain America's right. Yeah.
Well, in the movie, I understood Tony's position cuz, like that's what I was saying is like in the movie I got both sides totally. I was like neither one of them is like 100% right necessarily. In the comics, it's absolutely Captain America cuz it's the same kind of thing. Tony's like, no, we need to be regulated. We need to give in to the government. We need to be whatever. But unlike in the movie, where it was mostly peaceful and they were trying to like kind of work together, and the Winter Soldier thing was like throwing in a whole other like element to it. Um, in the comics, Tony just immediately starts sending anybody who wants to be like a superhero and not submit to the government, he starts sending them to like super dimension jail. Like,
Oh no, the
the
Phantom Zone.
I think so, yeah. Because I was gonna say in a DC, it's like the negative zone is Superman's thing. It's basically that he has a giant mega prison for everybody who's like dissenting to be sent
So
there. So
interdimensional Guantanamo.
yeah, so like essentially just immediately it's like, okay, so Tony's in the wrong here because that's like just a straight up fascist evil thing to do. Um, but in the movie, like, you know, it made a lot of sense why he was like, look, this is a problem. Bruce Banner can fly off the handle as the Hulk, kill people. Like, we need some kind of regulation here. And the other thing is, like, by the end, they kind of came to terms with it where Tony was like, look, I understand why we're on different sides. I'm going to try and work through this with you. And then, like, it all fell apart because Bucky was there and he played that video, and it was like, yeah, at this point, I don't care what you have to say. That guy killed my mom, so I'm going to go beat the shit out of him. It's like, yeah,
And Zemo was the person that was inciting that conflict, right? In the movie.
yes. Yeah, it was his plan to destroy the Avengers, basically.
Yeah. Zemo in Falcon Winter Soldier, I freaking loved, and it is definitely a big shame that he was not part of Thunderbolts. I have a
Yeah.
friend that diehard Zemo lover from the comics, so
I feel like he'll come back sooner
I
or
hope so.
later, but yeah, I guess I should say my choice for this. I would probably pick Nightcrawler's powers, just because
Ooh, interesting.
the teleporting, I think,
Ah,
would be
yes.
really that would be really really helpful in my daily life. Like, there's so many times where I'm like, that thing I want is across the room. I don't want to get up just for that. So then I'd just like poof, show up, grab it, poof back. But the downside of that is I think technically you would also have to be blue and have a devil tail. So
Yeah, same thing as Mystique. Oh, like there's also like Mystique sort of, but she can only mimic people's appearances, so she can't just turn into an animal.
right.
So,
Well,
and she's from the Blue Man Group.
and
So,
interestingly enough, in the comics, Mystique is Nightcrawler's mom.
which that makes sense.
Yeah, it's it's a really weird thing because it wasn't that long ago that they revealed that as a thing, but it was basically like the devil and Mystique are Nightcrawler's parents.
So Mephisto or actually the devil?
I think Mephisto, because I don't know that
Mephisto
they.
in the
Well, I guess it could be the actual devil. They're Marvel is weird because like they definitely have used like the Christian devil and God as like Marvel characters, basically.
wasn't that
Um,
connected to Apocalypse, or was Mephisto involved in Apocalypse?
Mephisto's been involved in a lot of stuff. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm not super familiar with Apocalypse. I didn't watch that one, but
I didn't watch. The last one I watched was Days of Future Past until Logan, and then the Deadpool stuff.
yeah, yeah. Well, all right. Thank you for calling in. Uh,
Awesome conversation. Thank you.
yeah, very much appreciated. And I will let you go now. There you go. All right. Um, so yeah, thank you everybody for continuing to call in. I do appreciate it, and I also wanted to ask if you guys would prefer I do, because I was thinking about doing a would you rather scenario. So like, you know, would you rather like eat $100 in paper bills, or would you rather run 10 miles, like stuff like that. If that sounds interesting, then the next week could be something like that. If you prefer the more open ended conversations like this, we can do that as well. Actually, let me just make a poll here for that. I like that the last poll that I made was who is mommy? That shows the evolution of this stream, really, more than anything. All right. Uh, one letter short for the full question, but it's fine. You'll get the point. Okay. Here we go. So there's the poll for if you guys would rather do some would you rather, I guess, and or if you would prefer otherwise. Yo, what's up, Overgamin? Welcome in. Yeah, I've been missing Shantae. Yeah, she's been busy working as of late, and I think her bosses came back and they're, they don't want her on her phone, so she has to hide it. What was the outcome of that poll? I think it was an even split. I think Shantae got like 4 votes and I got like 4 votes. But I mean, in my name in the Discord server, it's Mommy, so it's fine. All right. You added a both or mommy option. That's what it was. That's right. When Would You Rather comes up, I think Cards Against Humanity. Discord server Cards Against Humanity party when. That could make for a good stream reward. Alright, here we go. And I will also say again for the people who have missed the beginning of the stream, I do have a new sponsor. It's below the stream if you want to see it, but Itasha Coffee, they sent me some stuff to try, and it's an ube flavored coffee. It's something like coffin something or other, but I made some cold brew and added some sweet cream to it, and it is really good. So if you want good coffee and for cheaper, you can use my code at the bottom of the stream to order, and you'll get 5% off your entire order. But they also have a lot of VTuber collabs and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, that is the new sponsor for the stream, which is really cool to me because, like, I was fairly honest about that Marvel game being like, I don't do a lot of mobile gaming. So, but it's cool to have a sponsor that's like, oh yeah, I actually, I love coffee, so I'm glad to have it. And also just like, it's cool of them to take me on as a sponsored streamer when I have, a smaller following than a lot of people. But ooh, I don't even know what's happening in this corner. I'm only a tea drinker. Yeah, I don't love tea, but it is objectively it's better for you to do voiceover with tea than with coffee. I can't make myself drink it. I've tried a bunch of different kinds of tea, and I always I'll make a big mug of it, and I'm like, alright, now I'll drink this as I record, and then get to the end of the recording, and I'm like, I didn't drink any of this.
It's over. Purging slash.
You'll be posting the sponsor link in the Discord too? Yes, I will do that. Arabic coffee is nice. Just like coffee from that region, or do you mean like the Turkish coffee where it's like really small but really strong? Because I will say I tried Turkish coffee once, and brother, that almost killed me. It was so strong. Because I like my coffee sweet, so when it was like, yeah, this is like essentially just straight up espresso, but like triple strength, I was just like,
my blade is already sheathed. Press forward.
Time to hunt. With this power,
yo, what's up, Tiago? Perhaps Henry can try tea and coffee together called cham?
My blade strikes.
Or is it like Kam? Something
What a pain.
in Cantonese. That's probably the more likely way I would enjoy it.
Swift and decisive.
It'll be worth a shot.
How
Drinking my
annoying.
Oreo milk
Get
tea.
flushed.
Interesting. Oreo milk tea.
I knew this wouldn't be.
Sounds like it would be pretty good.
It's over.
The A sound is the same as that in car. So yeah, car, chom, I guess. Interesting. Is it a specific type of tea that you're supposed to use, or is it just like whatever tea and whatever coffee you prefer? Because that's another thing, like people like a chai latte. I personally, the one time I tried chai, did not love it. But again, I just generally don't like tea very much, so that's possibly why. Also enjoying my Yopomian. What does that mean? What is a Yopomian? Is that pronounced correctly? Flat Chinese noodles. Interesting. That are oily. Okay. I actually made I made noodles for dinner tonight myself. They were more like Italian style though.
Understood. Take this. I'll bite your throat out.
It's authentic.
Let's hurry.
I assume it's like a northern.
The light is what one
Is it
step
northern
away.
Szechuan style?
Okay.
They use a lot of oil, right?
Get lost.
Szechuan. Yeah. I was right. I knew it. That's like the only thing I know about Chinese cooking in general, is that Szechuan style uses a lot of oils. Dude, I once tried to get Szechuan Chinese in Dallas, and it was a place that was like, you know, run by immigrants, and it was supposedly very authentic. That had so much oil that when they gave it to me and I went to check it, and it was like the plastic, like, takeout container, and they had wrapped it with like 5 layers of saran wrap, just like all around the whole thing. And I could see, like, just, it was filled to the brim with oil. We took it home, I put it in the sink and like cut it with scissors, and it was just like, I was like, you're not supposed to put oil down the sink, but that ship has sailed. We'll do that one. Chicago, there was more variety. Yeah, I actually don't think I've ever had Chinese food in Chicago, which is weird because that's where Chinatown is.
My blade is already sheathed.
Execution continue.
Thank you for your patronage.
When I'm back home, I'm now discovering where the authentic places are. The authentic Chinese food's actually better here than Chicago Chinatown. Feels like a mini Chinatown with all the options. Yeah, that was something that was interesting about Dallas, was like there were pockets of specific like Asian cultures where you could get, you know, you'd go in and it would be like a whole strip mall of like just Korean food and Korean businesses. Like kind of makes sense. Like, that's usually
It's
kind of what happens when people start immigrating to a new area, is they bring all their friends and family with them, so that's where kind of everybody congregates.
Quickly now.
Banished.
I'm an hour from New York City. We generally don't go to
This
Chinatown.
is your paper.
Yeah, I mean, Chinatown's interesting because it's like there's definitely authentic stuff in there, but it's also like kind of touristy, you know? Like, most of when I would go to Chinatown, what we would do is walk around and like look in the stores that are selling like figurines and weapons, you know? Actually, the last time I went to Chinatown, I got a copy of Mugen's sword from Samurai Champloo, which is pretty sick. Little Tokyo in LA, though, is also cool. That's where I got some Genshin merch. I'd be down to go to Little Tokyo someday. I think that would be cool. I mean, really, just going to LA someday would be a new experience in itself. Though honestly, I'm not, you know, there's a lot of people who are in voiceover who live in LA because they're like, well, that's the place to be, that's where all the work is and whatever. But I'm like, I think the quality of life that I would have in LA is so much worse than living somewhere else that, like, I'm kind of willing to get not very many roles comparatively just so I don't have to live in LA. Didn't see anyone. I was actually in Japan. I went the first time to Little Tokyo after going to Japan. That's weird that they wouldn't have any in actual Japan, because the game's pretty popular, like, worldwide, right?
Unstoppable.
Time.
Victory. The only option. Yeah. Press forward. Don't move. Shark Nami.
You may recall that one of the most feared Asian weapons is the rubber slipper/sandal. Dude, I've been wanting to get a pair of those Gaeta shoes, the like wooden clogs that they wear in a lot of old like samurai stuff, because they seem like they'd be really comfy. And I don't have any real sandals, but they don't make them in my size because I've got such big feet. I wear size 13 shoes. They don't make them in those sizes. Went to what I thought was a Sega store. It was really an arcade. Oh yeah, the like Club Sega. I've been to those in Yakuza. Yo, what up, Dinger Bobber? Welcome in. Same building that has the Nintendo store also has a Capcom store. Also had a pop-up Kaiju number 8 cafe. Guess I wasn't able to get Persona merch. Fair enough. That is probably, like, part of what makes conventions so big here, is that you can get a lot of merch here that you probably can't get anywhere else at conventions. I'll use this, I guess. Whoops. Good enough. I've got a Persona 5, the animation art book in Little Tokyo. Also did see a Haru figure in Little Tokyo, but there still wasn't much. Yeah, it's always baffling to me when like really popular games or pieces of media just don't really have much in the way of merch. Like F1 is a huge sport all across the world. It's massive. But like so much of their merch is really expensive and not that good. Or like some teams will have like 3 options for a shirt and that's it. I'm like, it's crazy. I got a Chibi Amaterasu figure in the Capcom store, not to be confused with Chibi Terasu from Okamiden. That's one of those franchises that I know everybody says is amazing. I've just never interacted with it. What is this? Yo, they're back. Oh damn. I guess I haven't pulled in a while, so I don't have the stuff to actually get those. That's wild to think about. I do have a lot of polls, but I don't want to pull for either of the people who are currently up. I don't need Hugo. I already have Lighter. And I already have his Wenjin, so yeah. I was hoping so much the Capcom store would have Okami merch, and I took what I could get. I mean, it's kind of amazing that they had any, considering the last Okami game was quite a while ago, right? Whoa. I already did that. Okay. Okami's my favorite video game. Can't wait for its sequel. Yeah, I mean, that would be, I do like seeing when, even if it's not like something that I follow particularly, I always like seeing people get like a thing like that where it's like, we haven't gotten a sequel to this game in like 20 years, and it's like, now you're getting one. Like, hell yeah. Gotten stuff from the Nintendo store in New York. Gonna go back because I misplaced the water bottle I had. I actually probably need to get myself a water bottle too. Been doing a lot more disc golf as of late. And now that it's getting hot out, I'm gonna be super dehydrated if I don't bring water. I don't really have a water bottle to use. Sure, you don't want to just make Lighter stronger, at least enough pull to buy more pulls. I could make Lighter stronger. What does he get for his M1? The collapse effect increases stun while further reducing ice and fire riz. During a startup, light punch or jab combo deals increased 30%. I don't know that that's worth it. For me, I'm saving for Yi because of the new mechanic, plus also want to pull for the panda. Yeah, that's true. I got to save for the panda, and I don't really know anything about the new bird woman, but if she plays in a way that I find fun, I might pull for her. Who knows? Okami was like 15 plus years ago. Yeah, it's crazy. You'd like the Capcom store that had tons of Monster Hunter merch? Ooh, yeah, I don't have any Monster Hunter merch actually. That would be pretty good. Did get a few plushies and a figure from the biggest Pokemon Center. The building where it was also a day where the cosplayers were. I saw a Nahida cosplayer and my life was fulfilled. Nice. The only Lycon stuff in the Tokyo store was a body pillow. Hey, they know their audience. I feel like that is probably the thing that would sell the most of Lycon's merch, even if they had more, you know? Somebody needs to tell Val about it. She'll go to Japan just for that. Anomaly buildup rate. Okay, we got ice, ether, ice, and fire. Alright. We'll leave this one for last, I guess.
Spending money always feels so good.
Yo, Vulcan, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. 11 months! Wow. That's crazy. Next month, it'll be a year. I mean, I guess that means I should probably start thinking about what I'm going to do for my my streamerversary thing. Because I have a thought, I have a plan of what we're going to do. But within that plan, I'm going to have to make a bunch of smaller plans to get it to work out, I think. Do you want to even think of a person having a Ben body pillow? I mean, I would maybe get a Ben body pillow. Just fit like a giant pillow. That'd be nice. Panyinhu and his Wenjin is the main reason I'm not pulling on the current banners. Got like 42,000 polychrome. Waiting for him and others, mostly him. Whew. That's a lot of chrome. You pulling for Yizhuan? What's up, Mars? Welcome in. I might. It'll depend on how she plays. And what element she is. Because I don't need any more fire. I don't really need any more ice. I could use a better electric team. I could use somebody electric. I really need another ether character. Saw body pillows for Lycon, Jane, and others at Level Up Expo. Noticed they sold out quick. Fair enough. You contributed to that? Who did you get? I'd absolutely have a picture of a Ben body pillow, but Photoshop a picture of Schrader over Ben's face. That would be wild. That would be crazy. Just... She's a new element? Okay. Didn't realize I was going to be facing the wall. She's technically Ether version 2. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if she works with an Ether team, that'll be fine. It really comes down to how she plays, though, because like if the character plays in a way that I don't like, then I'm not probably gonna get them, even if I think they would be good for my team. You know. I got body pillows, but I don't really use them like that. Kind of hang them like wall scrolls because I think it's funny. That's fair. I have a body pillow from one of my friends. He gave it to me for Christmas one year. It's a Joseph Joestar with like pants that are like barely on. It's pretty funny. Went to a retro game store, saw how expensive some old games can be. Dude, I mean, even some games now are ridiculous. That Mario 3D All-Stars collection thing on the Switch, I couldn't find my copy. Turns out my brother had it. But if you want a replacement of it, like, it costs like $150 on Amazon now. It's crazy. I got the Lycon one, also got keychains of him. Nice. Wish I found Ben's stuff, but couldn't. I'll look again next year. Yeah, you know, I don't think Ben's gonna get the same love as a lot of the other characters, but that's all right. You know, he's got his audience, he's got his fans, and you know, I bring my own Ben merch to sell to people in the prints. Have you seen Yizhuan's character demo? I have not. I typically don't watch any of the outside stuff just because, like, I don't know. I think it's fun to experience it just as you play. Yizhuan is Auric Ink type, which is an offshoot of Ether. Similar to how Miyabi's Frost is an offshoot of Ice. Okay. I'll probably have to pull for her then, because, yeah. Not my absolute favorite character. There were like jackets. But yeah, I was with my non-nerdy brother, so he knew I wanted to go to Nintendo and Pokemon store. Wasn't able to go around to too many nerdy stops. Well, you know, at least you got to hit the big ones. Saw a Godzilla statue, so that was cool. Yeah, I've seen that Godzilla statue. That's cool. I want to see the giant Gundam. Yizhuan is like a special enhanced ether similar to Miyabi. Both characters apply their own enhanced anomaly effects. Yizhuan and Panda will be on the same banner and it'll be great together. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out who I want to be in my other bear team. Be like Ben, Pan Yihu, and then I don't know who else. Has Henry seen the comic about the Lord Faith and Body Pillow? I have not. Yizhuan and Astra for Phase 1, and Caesar and Jufufu for Phase 2. Okay, interesting. Lycon? Yeah, we could use Lycon. Oh, and there's that that sponsorship I was talking about with the coffee. So if you like coffee, then hit that up. Oh, Obergamen, you can't post links directly into the chat. So if you send it to Vulcan, then Vulcan can send it to me, or post it in the Discord is another option, and I can look at it later. Or who are you going to pick for the guaranteed agent? You get to pull a standard 5-star and Wenjin. Oh. Interesting. I didn't know that. I don't know. Who do I not have for 5 stars?
Eradicate. Good day.
For the standard banner anyway.
Which alien
Oh, I have
should
all
I
the
use
standard
more
5
of?
stars. Okay.
I've got you.
I'm at your disposal.
Need something?
Touch me too.
Uh,
And now.
Lycon maybe, or Ellen. Either one of them could use another
I shall
another
follow your
copy.
orders. I'm at your
Need something?
Time for some hard labor.
You want to test my hammer?
What else?
Is something the matter?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll have to pick between
Good day, officer. Hey.
How can I help?
between Lycon and Ellen maybe, or I guess I could go with Rena as
At your
well.
service.
No worries, Obergamen. I was just letting you know why it didn't work. Someone I know from Europe went to a con and got stickers and keychains of Ben. I saw prints of Ben and Pan Yihu at a convention in Taiwan. So stuff exists for Ben. Maybe taking a bit to pop off here in my state. Yeah, you know, fair enough. My plan was Nekomata. For me, I gotta get Soldier 11 because I already have her Wenjin. It's fair. I was originally thinking Rena. If you want my opinion, Lycon and Rena are one of the few options. Nekomata is a guaranteed bricked account. Rena M1's pretty good if you don't have it yet. Otherwise, there's probably not a bad choice as long as it's a character you play often. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll probably pick Rena because my electric team is pretty bad at the moment. So that's probably fair. I was wanting to pair Nekomata with my guaranteed Caesar. Yeah, I haven't used Nekomata or Caesar really, but I'm currently building Caesar for that exact reason. I'm like, she's supposed to be really good. Would help me through the tower. Make it Rena M2 or Lycon M2 for my Haramasa / Hugo. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's too many like bad picks. I mean, I always just go off of who you actually like to play, you know. Alright, let's do this one.
Eradicate all
I shall.
this. Touch my tail. And no.
We're gonna do our best here to get at least 2 stars. I don't know that I'll be able to do 3, but 2 is probably doable.
The cold is silent. Thanks for your business.
Since I already have signature Wenjin, gotta get Soldier 11. Fair enough.
Shark Nami.
What's up, Blue Cubby? Welcome in. Good to see you again as well.
For you. I'll eliminate
You
any
was the first gacha where straight off the bat they release a cat, I assume, that I'm in love with.
Victory, the only option. Huh. It's over.
Thank God.
Move it.
I think they're gonna do one free standard S rank every year because the other MiHoYo games already started doing it.
No forgiveness.
I mean, it's a nice thing to do, especially if they want people to be able to, like, catch up, you know.
Take this.
It's no use. That's not fair.
How annoying.
What's up, Brandon?
Get blessed.
Welcome in. This is gonna be super close. Okay.
Shadowless blade.
Pulling out the Silver the Hedgehog. It's no use. An iconic line read if ever there was
swear on
one.
my blade. Yeah.
I'll bite your throat out.
Get back.
Come on, I'm so close. Damn. So close to 2 stars. Alright. We'll gave a 5-star selector as an apology for the misunderstanding, because they just gave the option to pull for a standard 5-star. Don't want a backseat, but Miyabi, Lycon, Sokaku is one of the stronger teams. No worries, I appreciate the recommendation, but I don't know how to use Sokaku for shit. I do so badly with her. I also haven't really built her up, though. It's the only one I know, and I'm the biggest Silver the Hedgehog stan in the world. I do hear that Silver's done a lot of justice in Sonic Generations. Yeah, he's one of those characters that started out like really boring, and then they started to like kind of build him up into something. Yeah, so the signature Wenjin now I got to choose between Grace or Rena Wenjin. From what I understand, Rena is just overall better than Grace. So that's what I think you should do, but I also am not like a min-maxer kind of person, so look, I'm close to a normal 80 pull, gets Soldier 1, S1 Soldier 11. This game doesn't want to give me the Wolfman. Bummer. Welcome in, Kenny. Hopefully you will get the Wolfman soon enough. So now Lycon's more of a sub-character. Interesting. Alright, let me try this again. What about this? Decibel... Agent Ultimate and X special attack damage increased by 50%. Dodge counter and EX special attack. That might be better. I'll stick with that. Maybe I just need to lock in. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. I'm getting ready for that con this weekend. Went and traded in my Switch 1 earlier to put it towards the Switch 2. Should be a good time. And by the way, anybody who wants to call in to discuss which X-Men powers you would like to have, if you could pick, you can call in as you please, and we can discuss. Miyabi Lycon Sokaku's technically the strongest team in the game, but it's one of her hardest teams to fully optimize and requires a very particular build on Sokaku. I see. It's okay because I got lighter. It's not all bad. Yeah, it's not bad. I just really wish Lycon was more fun. He's not my favorite, but, you know, he's alright. I mean, in general, a lot of the original people are very basic, just kind of like hit, and now it's like, alright, so you want to hit, you want to dodge, you want to do all this, and then you set up this. It's like, alright. Need to get a hold of that Switch 2. Yeah, I got the Mario Kart one, so hopefully it'll be good. Locked in. I gotta get a locked in Ben emote. Everyone was saying originally that Miyabi, Lycon, Sokaku was not Miyabi's best and you needed Yanagi. Newer agents feel more DMC, including obviously Miyabi, who's literally Virgil. Yeah, it's very... Alright. That was not locked in. Now I'm locked in. Yeah, I think they've done a good job of keeping it interesting, but certainly some of the originals are now like... I just wish Lycon's attacks were just all ice. Because, like, who's using his attacks in a non-ice form, you know?
It's over. Take this. The cold is silent.
Locked in, not
Thanks for
bending.
your business.
Bending. Breakfast time for Vulcan, BRB soon. Alrighty. Enjoy the breakfast, Vulcan.
I swear on my blade. Yeah. How annoying. Get flushed!
That's all you got.
Get lost!
Ah, is. Well, that's a bad time to have just used that. Let's see if this will just
any obstacles.
solve this problem for me right quick. Yeah, worth it.
It's over.
Yes, master.
Restore order. Don't look at me. Purging slash.
Really don't have many tools to deal with this on this one. Oh shit. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah, there we go. Bro, are you kidding me?
I'll bite your throat out.
Yeah, this one's not gonna. Yeah.
It's over.
Close. If I had done that, that would have been 2 stars. Alright. Let me go through here. Miyabi has flashier animations. Paging Dr. Freud. As the thing with ZZZ. Other hack and slash gotchas have flashier animations. The thing with even the original agents is a universal impact system. Yeah, definitely that bit of like hit stop is super nice. You know, he's broken with Miyabi for sure and gets some of the highest damage in the game super easily. Not hard to play at all, but if you play Mono Ice Miyabi, you can use Freeze to extend the stun window massively, so that team technically has the highest damage possible. The only people that are using Lycon's physical attacks are the people that don't know how to play him. Yeah. Attacks hit hard and you feel the weight of them. Jane Doe had a pretty flashy moveset. If you killed that arm in time, you would have won. I'm surprised he moved into that so fast. Yeah, that was ridiculous, dude. He did that. He turned into an arm, I knocked him down, and then he immediately did it again. Like, bro, come on.
Time to hunt.
Clear out.
Time to clean the throat.
No forgiveness. Victory, the only option. Yeah. Thank you for your patronage. Yeah.
For you, I'll eliminate any obstacles.
This is a tough fight to manage just because it's like, do I save an ult for when he inevitably goes hand mode, or do I just go for it?
Get back. Weakling.
Woo. It was close. Still almost didn't do it.
please.
Shadowless blade. The perfect bite.
Time to end it. It's no use! Time to hunt. Creator! Your blessing!
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it, you bastard.
It's over. No room for mercy. Get lost! Purging slash! Weakling.
Quickly,
Move it!
by your will.
No forgiveness! How annoying! Get flushed!
Huh? With this power? Ah!
There we go. 2 stars.
Almighty Creator, please refine me!
Alrighty. Okay. Whoa. No, I say my guarantee for Caesar. I did want Hugo. Say things are snappier with Vivian. I think Lycon sub on Tower and Hollow Zero makes sense. As I was forced to do on Tower anyway, but wasn't able to complete the floor with him. The Tower gets brutal, man. 2 stars, way to go. Hell yeah. 2 stars is good enough for me. I'm not getting 3 stars on most of these unless it happens to really work. Valkenhayn has a much more diverse moveset from being a fighting game, but it also more slashy in his wolf form while being more dignified in his human form. In his finisher, he goes bipedal werewolf, and it's one of the coolest fighting game finishers. That's is that from Skullgirls? Or no? Oh, Blaze Blue, right. I normally don't, so you did good. I mean, it's tough to get even 2 stars. I don't know. People are consistently getting 3 stars on all of them. All right.
Want to see the Reds?
So let's do lighter, Ben, and
Let's take a break.
could do Piper.
Let's fire it up.
But this guy is weak to fire, so I'm going to try Bernice first, and then we may end up going for Piper afterwards. Thank you, Neurotic. It's Guilty Gear's sister series. Yeah, my little brother played Blaze Blue with some of his friends who are big, like, fighting game people. I can't see.
The flames follow my flow.
Safety first! Stop a raging blaze! You should have worn a hard hat!
This party is just
unstoppable!
What? There we go. Woo.
Why are you laughing?
I'll wrap things up here. Can't stop the raging blade! My pillar is unstoppable! Ah!
Ready for a fiery feast?
I pledge my honor! This one's a real crowd pleaser. Safety first!
Dude, there's so much fire happening right now. It is almost hard to see.
Hey, let's have some fun.
Try this! I'm unstoppable! It's authorized personnel only!
Yeah, last second. Okay. Only a few characters have songs with lyrics, but doing those ultimate lines were so much fun to go all out on. So we did those alt lines and all of the attack stuff in the very first session, and yeah, it fucking killed my throat like right off the bat. We did like 3 hours of those lines. It is really fun though to just like go all out with that stuff. But I just always have fun in the Zenless sessions, as well as really any session. Bang Shishigami has a super where basically an original Naruto/DBZ anime opening starts playing, and I've only recently realized how good they are and did a video on those. That sounds wild. Bang Shishigami is an over-the-top anime ninja, and I love him, though he's far from my favorite. Hell yeah. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Thought there were regulations against that. It's kind of, I mean, it's supposed to be like if you're doing a vocally stressful session, you're supposed to get like a little extra money, or they're supposed to break it up. But that is mostly for union projects. Non-union can kind of do whatever. So, but the rule is something specific, more like it's supposed to be like if you're going to do a session that's longer than 4 hours, you're supposed to get extra pay for it or something like that. I don't know exactly what the deal is, but it was all right. By the end of it, I was like, I'm still feeling okay.
I'm here, so we're good.
Alright, so I'm going to try this again with Piper and see if I can maybe get closer to that end game 3 stars. There's voiceover session of Roar, and then after all that, the rest of Pen going, oh. Yeah, pretty much. Like, all of that was up front, like, oh, I'm gonna destroy you. And then, like, the next sessions were just like, Mr. Proxy, are you sure? And, like, it's a funny dichotomy to have. Woo! Spin to win.
We're just getting started. I'll wrap things up here.
Clear the road!
My killer is unstoppable!
Buckle up!
What? Oh my god. What the fuck just happened?
Make way for the undefeated champion!
This guy is a little tough to fight Piper with, the way that she works.
Can't stop a raging blade!
I'm cruising now.
It's wild, he has his own parry.
Move along. Only champions make history.
Clear the road! Buckle up!
You should have worn a hard hat! I'm unstoppable!
Yeah, alright. I guess the Bernice team is superior. At least in this specific case. But that's alright. We already got the second star, so we don't need to do it again. And now, this one is all that's left. And this is the one that's gonna be the worst.
Hey, Officer 148, you don't
Because
just
I
think
don't
you-
have...
Ready. Good.
I don't have a good third for this team. We use Chingy, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what I'll do.
Time for some.
Hey, Officer
We'll
148,
do
me? Huh? Officer
Jiwin first, then Chingy,
Hey,
then
don't just think about it.
Nicole.
Do it.
Ben versus Pompeii, the Battle of the Parry Lords. I love parry style characters, but I'm so bad with them usually. Like, Ben is easy because it's just you press one button and it's like an instant parry. But when I tried to play Tekken, and I'll play like Dragunov, right? He's all parry stuff, and often I will try to do his counters, and just doesn't work out.
The pleasure's all yours. Going all out. No use resisting.
But he is fun to play, so I will continue to try.
Suppressor K-22. Maximum firepower.
Catch you in the next life. Justice is served.
Man. I can't see.
You asked for it. Mind your manner.
Stand down. Surrender. Sustain fire.
Oh my god.
Freeze.
Here comes the burst. One fell swoop.
Cease and desist.
Time to wrap things up. I'll eat everything.
Your rotations are pretty decent. Thank you. I have no idea what I'm doing.
You're surrounded.
Ooh. Wow, I'm amazed. I'm amazed Zhuyuan didn't die there. Phew. Alrighty. That's not that far away from 14,000. Like, all things considered, that's not that bad. Don't know if I can beat it, but it's better than I expected. What if I use a different buff? Because the anomaly, I think, didn't help that much. Agent counter and EX special increase. Let's try this one.
Need something?
Time for
You want to test the pets, don't you? Huh?
G
A
N
new case with you,
Chingy
Officer One
and
picked me, and I the
Nicole.
Denny's keep rolling in.
All right. This is the one. This is the one where we're gonna get 14,000, or we won't, and then I will go to the battle tower or something.
use resisting. Remember to smile!
Don't even try it. You're surrounded!
Justice is served.
Bullseye.
This won't hurt much. No use resisting.
No restrictions! Fire it well!
Catch you in the next life.
Ah.
Caught you red-handed. Yeah.
What? I hit the thing. Oh my god, switch to the right fucking person.
The pleasure's all yours. Mind your manners.
Stand down! Surrender! Don't even try it. You're surrounded!
Face the consequences. I'll eat everything!
I don't think I made it. I've always wondered about, it's like, why does Nicole have one line that sounds like it's from Sokaku? Which is like, I'll eat everything! Like, I don't recall Nicole having that, like, I don't know, that, like, hungry girl vibe, you know? It's a little weird. Oh, man. I ordered new glasses, because it's been, like, a year and a half since I got some, and I'm definitely starting to notice it. And, yeah, it's... Wait a second. Highest record this season, 4 stars. Oh, it didn't count this one? Well, I guess we gotta do it again. Counter and EX special attack damage. Yeah, we'll just do that one.
I'm here, so we're good.
But yeah, I ordered new glasses,
I shall needs
but they're not here yet, and I don't know when they're getting here. They still haven't shipped, but I need them as soon as possible. Nicole has that yes girl vibe in that outfit. Yes, queen. Maybe because she shoots like a black hole. I guess that makes sense. It's also odd they have the technology to apparently just make black holes in the middle of anywhere they might want to.
The flames follow my flow.
I'll wrap things up here. Can't stop a raging blade!
This party is just getting started.
You should have worn a hard hat!
Get him, Bernice. Get him, Bernice.
Make way for the undefeated champion!
That's why she's poor. That weapon was expensive. Yeah, it was years of research and development to create a black hole machine and then get it to fit inside a suitcase.
Why aren't you laughing?
Safety first! Can't stop a raging blade!
Hey, let's have some fun.
I feel like I'm timing that correctly, but... Yeah, see, he even brought up the weapon. It just didn't work for some reason.
I pledge my honor!
Flames follow my flow.
I'll wrap things up here. Can't stop a raging blade! It's authorized personnel only!
Ready for a fiery feast?
I'll take it. Try my pillar!
Alright. Managed to get that star back. Yeah, it's wild. Trying to get 20k is insane. But we'll call that good for now. And now let's go in here. And to start with, I gotta use some of this battery. Do I need double of that? I don't think I do. Double of that's probably the better move. We're gonna try and improve our Caesar, and then maybe the battle tower will be a little bit easier. Ben has the best running animation. It's a little slow, but it's got a lot of personality.
Banished.
That was when they told me that I had to record some lines because, like, people could now walk around as the characters in the game. I was like, bro, nobody's gonna want to use Ben. He's so slow.
My heart is a mirror.
What's up? Is it Diamond? Diamond?
It's over.
Out of my way! Stand still.
Vulcan's back from breakfast with toasted bread. Nice. Welcome back. Alright, let's do it again. Yeah, because I haven't upgraded Caesar like really at all. So she needs a lot.
What a pain.
A deep clean.
My blade is already sheathed. Press forward.
That guy was going through it. It's like, get out of my... Damn. Still need a lot. I can't believe... I mean, I guess I haven't been going for it, but I felt like I would have some good reserves built up for the physical damage upgrades.
Vanished.
A deep clean.
Weakling.
Where are you guys going that you need so much room to walk? Get out of my way, move it. I'm like, bro, we're just chilling here. Don't have to be such a dick about it. Alright. Do it a couple more times and then we can head to the battle tower.
I'll take you. Move it.
Awaken. I'm
Alright.
scissors, you're paper.
I'm scissors because I use scissors.
Take this,
In case you didn't get it.
weakling. Vanished.
There we go. Actually, now that I'm doing this this talk show format on Mondays, I don't know what we're gonna do when the new update comes out, because this is usually what I throw on in the background until people, you know, want to call in. But if there's a new patch coming out, then I'll have to play the story for it.
Awaken.
In which point I wouldn't want the
A deep clean.
show to be interrupted, right? So that's kind of a weird one to think about. Yo, what's up, Bob boys? Welcome
My
in.
blade is already sheathed.
How you doing today?
Get back.
2.0 releases Friday instead of Tuesday night this time. I forgot. Yeah. I will be playing it eventually, but this Friday I will be at the convention, my first convention that I will be a guest at. So I will not be playing it super quickly. It'll be Monday at the earliest, but could be Wednesday depending on, depending on how all that stuff goes. Enjoy the con. Thanks, Roxas. I will. By the way, I'll say it again for anybody who wasn't here. If you're coffee fans, I'm now sponsored by Itasha Coffee. They're quite good. There's a link below the stream. I will also put it in the Discord, but if you like coffee, they make good stuff. This is like an ube flavored one, and it's quite good. And other than that, today's topic for the Monday morning Moonbase Mtalkshow is which X-Men power would you choose to have? You can call in and discuss if you'd like. If not, that's also okay. So far we've had Storm claimed and Vermin claimed, who is a new one. It's one I'd never heard of. But alright, here we go. We'll I don't know. They're both kind of bad. I'll try that one, I guess.
Eradicate all evil.
I'm at your disposal.
This is the touch me too.
Is it time to grind?
Alright, so I gotta pick my teams.
Time for some hard
See what we got so far. Okay. Two other people. Two people who will make for a good
Only
float.
the brave will win.
My Caesar is just not upgraded. So she's not gonna be a good one. It's not gonna be good to pick. But I will get her built eventually.
Officer, only the brave will win.
Guess we can go Piper and Billy. Yeah, I guess. And then we'll do ice, fire, and physical. God damn it. Alright.
Eradicate all.
I'm at.
This touch
Press
me
the wrong
too.
button.
I'm here.
What?
Needs
Time for
Wanna go? Hey, we fight.
I have 2 guns, so.
Good days. Let's only.
Where was she? There she is. Alright, and then there we go. And now we're good. Been playing a bit of Storm and Marvel Rivals due to the Jeff NATO, aka Sharknado team up. That's funny. Man, I wish I liked Marvel Rivals more, because it's such a fun idea for a game. Like, Marvel Overwatch sounds like it would be so fun. But I just didn't vibe with it as much as I wanted to.
No room for mercy. It's over.
I'm excited for that Marvel beat 'em up that's coming out at some point. Mistimed that.
awaiting.
Awaken.
Damn, that's crazy. That is a crazy amount of health to go from one hit.
Can you resist?
All right, I gotta be more careful. My God, couldn't vibe with it either. Mostly because my group are all furries, so we all wanted to play Rocket or Jeff. Well, it's a very different problem than I had. I just like, I don't know. It just felt so slow. Like, it felt really slow and really floaty. And yeah, I don't know. I think I wanted it to have more weight, and it just kind of didn't.
Over.
Time to hunt. Stand still.
The light is but one step away.
I'm happy to be of service. Get lost.
Eliminate
I think
any
it's because I
obstacle.
played Overwatch for years and I'm burnt out on hero shooters. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I also used to play a lot of Overwatch, and yeah, I haven't been able to really get myself back into hero shooters.
A deep clean.
I don't know. It's tough to
I swear
want to
on my
get back
glory.
into them because they take so much time, and like you have to like learn all the matchups and stuff.
How annoying. Get blood! Take this.
No room for mercy.
You gotta get rid of this guy.
Time to hunt.
Get back.
What the fuck was that? I feel like I was in the middle of those iframes. Well then. Team Fortress 2 for Vulcan, played it for years, now burned out of it in games with similar genres. I liked Team Fortress 2, but I feel like after you play like a little bit of it, you kind of get what it's gonna be most of the time. Bro, what the fuck? He's like hitting me in the middle of her swings. If they've already been out for a bit, people know metas and expect their team to follow them. Yeah. Yeah, anything where it's like, oh, the meta's the most important thing, and if you don't follow that, then you shouldn't even play. I'm like, alright, then I won't.
Get back.
Time to hunt.
To me, it seems I'm a bit versatile in Marvel Rivals, but I do play versus AI. So I can change from hero... Fuck. From hero to hero. If you need tank, I'll go Emma or Thing. Need DPS, I'll go Moon Knight. Need heals, I'll be Invisible Woman or Cloak and Dagger. See, that's the thing that's such a bummer. It's like they're using characters who aren't just like MCU characters. There's a pretty good roster. It's, you know, interesting characters who have like comic presence and all of that, but it's just the gameplay. I just can't get into it.
Take this. Get lost.
Time to
What? Bro, I hit that switch. I don't understand how you can press the button and it calls in the person but doesn't do the actual counter.
I'm unstoppable. Troublesome.
It's crazy. This is wild. Like, the higher up you get in this, the more it's just like literally take 0 hits, or it's gonna be impossible for you in the very next round.
Take this.
Okay, I mean, that attack didn't even look like it was gonna hit me. Go Moon Knight usually because of Eric Braw, since he voices Moon Knight. Fuck me. And has voice line interactions with the other characters. Yeah, it's cool that they took the time to do that stuff. I don't think I will get the opportunity because it seems like they're going with a lot of mostly kind of big name people for these characters, but if I could get the chance to audition for Ghost Rider or somebody like that, that would be cool. Ghost Rider or the Kane version of Scarlet Spider. Either of those would be cool.
Take this. My blade is already.
My blade is already sheet.
Banished. Don't mess up my nails.
I got Namor and Winter Soldiers VAs, and they do usually play the game and stream here on Twitch. Yeah, that would be an interesting one, because I'm like, I don't really like the game, but if I got a character in it, I would feel like, alright, I guess I should play the game.
For you, I'll eliminate any obstacles.
It's over. Awaken.
I'm scissors, you're paper.
Can you resist?
Shark Nami.
Time to hunt.
I swear on
Alright,
my
Ellen
blade.
took a hit, but I think she's fine. Not worth restarting over, at least.
My blade is already sheathed.
Take this.
Stay calm now.
Don't mess up my nails. Swift and decisive.
There we go. Alright, one round, done. I could have just hit next floor. Well, whatever. We will do this next floor. Whoa. There it is. Wait, what? Okay. Nice blue hair. Oh, thank you. Thanks, buddy.
Time to hunt. For you, I'll eliminate any obstacles.
Aw, you bastard. Bro, get the fuck over here.
Awaken.
Don't mess up my nails.
Can you resist?
I swear on my blade.
Yeah. Shark Nami.
Fuck.
Troublesome.
forward. Banished.
Whereas VA has a dislike of Reed, so he has a nickname of calling Reed Richards Noodle. Not the worst thing you could call him. You could call him Limp Dick, because objectively, you know, probably is.
Purging slash. My blade.
With this power.
Oh my god.
Awaken.
Don't mess up my nails.
Can you resist?
Thank you for your patronage. Take this.
No room for mercy.
That was wild. He got frozen invisibly.
The light is but one step away.
Fuck. I keep doing that early. Whatever. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh. Man, I'm sore. I think I may have pushed it a bit too much at the climbing gym the last few days. Well, between moving my friend's house and then the climbing gym, there were a lot of things that were happening.
With this power.
Don't move. Get lost. Take this.
Awaken.
I'm scissors, you're paper.
I feel like they're
Can you resist?
Purging slash.
whatever you call them, their transitions into their moves, they're so slow that like the bar is halfway gone by the time they actually get out on the field.
I'm unstoppable.
God damn.
Weakling.
For you, I'll eliminate any
I have the actress who's on Supernatural who plays Charlie Bradbury here on Twitch as well, and I do watch her sometimes.
Banished.
Cool.
Don't mess up my nails.
It's weird to me now that there's so many like live action actors who are just taking like regular voiceover jobs, you know?
Victory.
Like,
The only option.
it used to be, you know,
Yeah.
celebrities would take like movie voiceover
It's
jobs, like for Pixar stuff or whatever. But now it just seems like it'll be like, yeah, this person was in this TV show. And now they're also, you know, Wonder Woman in this cartoon. And it's like, huh, okay.
Deep clean.
I'm happy to be of service. Thank you for your patronage.
Victory, the only option.
Yeah.
My blade is already
God damn it. Somebody's apparently just always gonna eat a big hit.
weakling.
Let's hurry it up.
Don't look straight at the moon.
Swift and decisive.
You say don't look straight at the moon? Why not? It's not like the sun. Be fine.
Purging slash. It's over.
Time to hunt. For you, I'll eliminate any obstacles.
Wow. Goddamn. These people with their quick hits. It's fine. We'll get them all the same. On balance, off balance, doesn't matter. I'm better than you.
Time to hunt.
That was from the, what was it? Whiplash soundtrack. And I realized it's the part where he's drumming so quietly that you basically can't hear it if you're just listening to the song. It's like, probably just switch that.
Shark Nami.
Victory, the only option.
I'll bite your throat out.
My blade is already. Awaken.
I'm scissors, you're paper.
Can you resist?
Take this. Get lost.
Time to hunt.
Jesus, man.
I swear on my blade.
Sorry to get all my Twitch drops thanks to Namor's VA. Nice. It's always funny when it'll be like, you know, you're giving Twitch drops, and I'm like, what? Am I? Oh, okay, cool. Glad to hear it.
Banished.
Don't mess up my nails. Thank you for your patronage.
There we go. Alright. Done with that. Hopefully the next one won't be too bad. Bro, why is everything on this fucking floor just ice and ether? This is ridiculous. God forbid anything fucking happen to this team. Oh. God forbid a girl have hobbies. Woo. Really 2.0 will finally give fire and physical mains enemies they can fight. That would be nice, because that's what I built my entire fucking game around.
Can you resist?
Shark Nami! Get lost!
Alright. Oh good, another thing to fight in the middle of this fight. That's so cool. Thank you. Thank you, game.
I swear on my blade.
Wow. What the fuck?
My blade is already shielded.
With this power? Ah!
No! Run away! God damn. Ridiculous.
I'm unstoppable. Weakling.
Time to hunt.
Thank you for your patronage.
Awaken.
A deep clean.
I'm happy to be of service.
Victory. The only option. Yeah. My blade is already.
There we go. Whew. Sheesh. Finally, a fire thing to fight. Oh my god. Uh-oh. They're red now, I guess.
Being happy's what counts.
That's a bummer.
On the job site.
Watch and learn.
Hey, let's have some fun.
I pledge my honor.
What? Where are you going? Woo!
Stand behind the yellow line.
Drink flowing, we're flowing.
Watch and learn.
You should have worn a hard hat.
Ooh. Ah, yes. Phase 2. Now the real battle begins. Wish I could see through his fucking attack effects.
I'm unstoppable.
Damn.
Rule violations won't be tolerated.
Watch and learn.
Ready for a fiery feast?
Ugh. Fuck me. 14,000? Alright. I thought she would, she'd be able to tank that a little bit, but no. Do not tank that. Alright, I'll have to restart this one anyway. 5 push-ups. Redeemed by Mars Bars. Alrighty. I will do that. Even though I am sore as hell. Give me just a second. That was harder than I thought it was gonna be. Oh man. I knew I was still sore from the weekend, but like you don't realize how bad it is until you actually have to use your arm muscles. I'm excited for next month. Hopefully I can meet a few VAs, including Ray Chase, Allegra Clark, Damon Mills, Ben Diskin, Christina V, Chris Edgerly, Emmy Lowe, just to name a few. Yeah, should be fun. Hope you have a good time. Gotta stay fit. Bro, I am the most fit I've been in my entire life, I think. But since I'm also almost 30, it's also causing me the most physical soreness that I've ever had in my whole life. Wow.
I'll take it.
Being happy's what counts.
No trespassing on the job site.
Watch and learn. I'm unstoppable!
Stand behind the yellow line.
Yep, Kineticon in July 17th to 20th, so I'm excited. Plus my mom does want me out and being more social, which I think is helping getting myself being more actively socializing with people. Yeah, it's never a bad idea to get out of the cave and go interact with some other people in the world. It's very easy to get yourself locked into just, you know, playing video games and watching anime and all that stuff all the time, but, you know, there is an element of, you know, of other people that we need in our lives.
I pledge my honor!
Rule violations won't be tolerated.
Oh my god, why am I spinning around
Watch
him?
and learn.
Burn him up, burn him up, burn him up. What? Nice try, asshole. But I have an unlimited strength counter. What the fuck? I don't remember that
The
move.
undefeated champion!
Balkans fled, cons exist, so he's not lazy and loves the passion of the fandom.
Watch and learn.
Yeah, it's good to have stuff that there is to like go around and do.
Hey, let's have some fun.
Hello, Ben Retailer. Hello, Valviant. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good one this evening. Okay, I don't know why that didn't activate as a block. One of those mysteries of life, I suppose. What the fuck? Why is it just, like, not working? I'm hitting the button, I'm hitting it at the right time, and it's just not activating. But whatever. For me, I just watch YouTube vids, plus some of you guys, Felicia Day, Wars VA, Winter Soldiers VA, Sam Slade, Allegra, and Molly. Yeah, there's a lot of people who voice act and stream, so if you like either of those two things, it's a good time to be into it. Whoa. Get back here. Brother, what? That move doesn't even make any sense. Like, I will have already dodged it, but it's... Plus, I hope I can get another cosplay Keyblade to complete my Fatal Crest Keyblade. That would be cool. When I was in Chinatown in Chicago the last time, they had a metal Keyblade you could buy. It was ridiculously heavy. But it was cool. Fuck.
Make way for the undefeated champion!
I thought about one of these times I'm going to a con doing like a cosplay for it. But I don't really know how it works if you cosplay as a guest of the con. Plus, my idea for the cosplay I would want to do would be probably kind of difficult. Don't you love it when you're in the tower and mobs hit you for 5k? Yeah, fucking ridiculous, dude. Really testing my limits of, like, what I'm willing to put up with. Ben cosplay. I mean, that would be the easy one to do, I guess. But I was thinking, like, I always thought going as Moon Knight in his Mr. Knight costume would be cool. The one where he's got, like, just a white suit and a mask. Relatively simple to do, but it would be cool.
I'm unstoppable.
Cosplay as Bernice. I could. I've got the legs for it.
Watch and learn.
I am missing another key element that she has, but cosplay as Bernie Sanders. I feel like it's a weird thing to cosplay as a real living person. Ridiculous how much damage that does, man.
Make way for the undefeated champion!
That skin, Mr. Knight, equipped in my Marvel Rivals. Yeah, it's my favorite Moon Knight costume. It's hard to beat just like a nice, crisp white suit. and mask. It's a very clean look. One of my favorite Spider-Man outfits is also a white, primarily, suit. God, man.
Get him. A work site is just like a battlefield.
Alright. We're gonna try this one more time. What the shit was that? Yo, this game is fucked up.
Rule violations won't be tolerated.
Watch and learn.
Pompeii was a tough fight for me, even with Miyabi. Yeah, I mean, this is just the part of the tower where shit's fucking hard.
This party is just getting started.
I pledge my honor.
Didn't even come at the right direction.
A work site is just like a battlefield.
Boiled up red form also adds plenty of annoying mechanics.
Watch and learn.
He's just a bastard man is what it comes down to. But it's fine. Woo.
Make way for the undefeated champion!
Fucking Christ.
Stand behind the yellow line.
Flames fade, ashes remain.
More nitro fuel. Ready for a fiery feast?
It's authorized personnel only!
Wow, what a dick. He saw that I dodged his shit, so he was like, well, I'll just do it again.
trespassing on the job site.
Watch and learn.
You have an M6 Lucy. I don't know what my Lucy's at. I don't think it's M6. Though at this point, I think my roster is set until I beat a certain amount of the battles anyway, so
I'm unstoppable.
I think I might be locked out of that for now.
The killer is unstoppable! Ah!
Possible comp is Lucy, Bernice,
Rule
and
violations won't be
Okay.
tolerated.
Watch and learn.
Yeah, I haven't really used Lucy much. I've got her pretty well built, I think, but I just felt like I couldn't figure out exactly what to do with her to, like, get her to do a lot of damage. Lucy's really simple to play, too. I mean, maybe that's the thing, is just maybe I was overcomplicating it, where I was like, I don't know, she's not doing very much. When triggering perfect dodge, the agent restores 5% HP. That feels pretty good. Alright. Ben being defense is a misnomer. He's a counter DPS. Fair enough. Wait a minute, am I just going through shit I've already beaten? No, that's the next one. Right? No, I do have to go through what I've already done. Right, because I started over because I had no possible way to beat it. Okay. Also, his shield sucks. Fair enough. Alright. So... let's do that. Alright. So... I think that's a good time to call it, though I do see that we are currently in an ad, but I've got stuff I gotta get done tonight, so I can't stick around for too long. TLDR for Lucy is at her core F skill. She only needs 2k attack to max out her EX special buff. She gives to the team plus 600 attack for a few seconds. Can be extended with EX special from other agents. Okay. Alright, well then I will look into using her more next time then, perhaps. Okay. Let's see who we got to raid. Let's go for... let's go for BB. They were in the whatever you call it, the Bang Guys tournament we did, the first one I believe, or maybe the second one too, I don't know. Either way, thank you all so much for being here. Next stream on Wednesday, we will be playing Hades 2, as voted for by you guys. And then Friday, I'll be at the con, so there will be no Friday stream, but I will try to get pictures for everybody at the con if I am not overwhelmed with stuff I have to do. And I will try to find a nice video of the panel if possible. But thank you all so much. I will see you Wednesday.